So Paul Menard is retiring, but not before he gives his ride to a special driver. And playoff predictions, I've got them for you. Stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? Cool 200 here, back with another video. Welcome to the NASCAR Lounge on a Thursday. Tomorrow will be the race predictions video, but I had to get my playoff predictions out here. And apparently, the driver of the number 21, Paul Menard, is retiring. He announced this, I believe, Tuesday or something. It was apparently in the works for 2 weeks, it seems like, because right after he retired, the owner, this is from Nate Ryan, by the way, on Twitter, the owner, Eddie Wood, says, our first question after Paul Menard retired was, who should we get? And the first thing that was out of Paul Menard's mouth was, get Matt. We did right away. We started a conversation. That's the only direction we went. So, you can see the Twitter post either over there on the screen, I don't know. But interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. So, Paul Menard decided to retire because I don't really think that the Wood brothers would kick him out because he had Menard's money coming in, and there was a lot of it. So I don't think that was the reason he retired. I just firmly believe Paul Menard, at age 38, 39, something like that, bottom of his career, decided to quit racing, I guess. At least full-time, it said. And it's very nice of him to suggest Matt Dibenedetto to go to that 21, obviously getting kicked out of the 95 for Levine Family Racing after only one season. Definitely, this 100% confirmed that Christopher Bell would be taking that 95. Now, it is not confirmed by the team or Christopher Bell yet, but we are all expecting that at this point. But nobody threw out the 21. I mean, I said personally that I thought maybe Wood Brothers would kick him out next year, but we all thought Paul Menard was returning to that 21. So another driver decided to step away, like David Reagan over there. Those cars right there. All the David Reagans up there. But anyways, yeah, David Reagan decided to retire. So Paul Menard now doing the same, but everybody's giving him cheers and attaboy to Paul Menard for suggesting Matt Dibenedetto. So he will go to the 21 next season. This is big for sure. A driver who was just a year ago maybe in that 32 for Go Fast Racing, 30th, 25th was maybe the best he was doing week in, week out in that team. Now, reminder, he has no money backing him up whatsoever. He's getting his rides by talent. We don't see that much in the Cup Series anymore. We don't really see it in NASCAR anymore. But a driver got a good ride because of talent. That is a key right there. It's very nice to see. Very happy for him. I think he's going to win next year. I think everybody does. Watch out for Bristol. Watch out for Bristol. We got 2 of those. I think Matt Dibenedetto, he'll get there. He'll get there. And hey, this year's not over yet. Don't count that 95 out just yet. But anyways, wanted to just kind of talk about that. Now, with the playoffs, by the way, thank you, Paul Menard, for giving Matt, or giving the Wood brothers, that nod to Matt Dibenedetto. It's awesome. I did jokingly say the 21, though. Conspiracies. But Jimmy Johnson, it's been all over. People making videos about it. People spreading all about it. Jimmy Johnson not coming into the 2019 playoffs. It's definitely taking a toll on NASCAR for sure. Crazy how the fans have responded to this. I really haven't said a whole lot about it because I said at the beginning of the year he wasn't making it and it would be the end of an era. So it is kind of scary and weird not seeing that 48 of Jimmy Johnson in the playoffs. But does this kind of end his era. I think it does. It seems like Hendrick has put Chase Elliott in the Jimmy Johnson equipment, and Jimmy Johnson is just kind of along for the ride until next year. So we'll see what happens. But with the Roval coming up, that's his best chance this for the rest of this year. I hate to say it, but yeah. So there's that. Now for playoff predictions, I'm gonna see what happens here. I'm gonna try and have something over here for you guys to see. But let's go ahead and get started here. So out of the round of 16, you guys can see there, it's Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Mark Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott, Kurt Busch, Alex Bowman, Eric Jones, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Eric Almirola, Clint Bowyer, and that last one, Ryan Newman. Now, Ryan Newman, I'm going to just kind of go with him here because he's literally at the bottom here. He made it far in 2014 after knocking my man Kyle Larson out of the way to get into the round of 4. Went a long way, almost won the championship, but I actually have him out of the round of 16. I also have Ryan Blaney. Now, Ryan Blaney, Penske obviously has had an okay year, I think. Hasn't had a win yet, but he's got close and stuff. But I've seen some inconsistency from that team, and I feel like there's better drivers that will make it into the round of 12. If I said out of the round of 16, this is the round of 16, so he's not 17 in points. But anyways, he won't make it to the round of 12. The round of 16 will be, I think, as far as he gets. I hope he proves me wrong. I really do. I like Ryan Blaney a lot, but I see better drivers getting in. Another driver that I have out, this may come as a surprise, Eric Jones, after winning Darlington. I still don't have him moving into the round of 12. Get out of here, Fly. You guys can even see that. I don't have him getting out of the round of 16. He's been kind of inconsistent. His pit crews really screwed him up. I feel like there's better teams out there that will get deeper into the playoffs. So yeah, the last driver not to make it into the round of 12. I should have said this one second, but Clint Bowyer. This probably comes to no surprise to anybody. I am a Clint Bowyer fan. I like Clint Bowyer. I like his attitude. I like his character. I think he's very funny. But this year has sucked for Clint Bowyer. I can't even believe he got into the round of 16. But he's not making it out of the round of 12 unless he can figure out a way to get out of this slump. He has been in a downward spiral since, April maybe? I don't even... Maybe June? May, June, something like that, man. Summer. The summer slump has hit Clint Bowyer, and it's hit him hard. And, yeah, he's going to have a big turn-up if he wants to make it out of this round and go to the round of 12. But even then, he's not a championship contender. So, in my eyes, it doesn't really matter that much. So, there is your round of 12 right there. You guys can see I'm trying here. You guys can maybe see some crossed out names or something. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet, so this may look a little weird. I don't know. If it doesn't look very professional, I'm sorry. I'm not a professional at all, so yeah. Anyways, so the round of 12, we have the names that are up there. I don't really think I need to go through those, but anyways, making it only to the round of 12 and no further, I have the first one, Eric Almirola. Eric Almirola has seemed to struggle this year. It seems he isn't in that game that he was in last year where he went only to the round of 8, I believe. So, yeah, only the round of 8. Hello. So, in my eyes, since he's doing worse than last season and doesn't have a win yet, but then again, that win last year only came in the fall Talladega race, so he could shock us again. But I don't really see him getting out of the round of 12. He definitely will make it through the round of 16 unless something tragic happens to him. But he's done worse this season than last season, I thought. So I don't really see him and that Stewart-Haas 10 car getting out of the round of 12. Another one is William Byron. he's got the poles, he's getting the points, but he needs more consistency. He needs to put more races together before I even have him getting out of the round of 12. It was a dead tie between him and Eric Jones and Ryan Blaney to make it out of the round of 16 and into the round of 12. So this really isn't a shock to me that I put this here, but then again, I did make it. But Hendrick has kind of they've struggled a little bit, but they're getting back to where they should be. Besides Jimmy Johnson, and Chad Ganow's helping. That 24 is big. We didn't even think maybe William Byron would even make it to the playoffs, and I'm having him go all the way to the round of 12. I'd say that's a big step in the right direction for that 24 car, and I hope he can get it done. Maybe even go a little further than I think. Maybe a first win. The next one hurts me, but Kyle Larson, he just hasn't had the season to really get things going. I mean, he's been a little more consistent. The first beginning of the year, I'm like, oh my god, he's going to be out of the 42 car after this season. I really did, but he's starting to get back to where I want him to be. He won the All-Star race. It's his only win of 2019, which, by the way, I will get that diecast very soon, whenever it comes out. But anyways, I don't have him going too deep. People want him to, for sure, because of Homestead. I think Kyle Larson at Homestead is a championship favorite. That's one of his favorite tracks. He's very good there where they run the High Line. But he has to make it out of these rounds first. And unfortunately, I don't see my man doing it. I think that 42 team needs a little bit more progress. I think maybe he needs a better crew chief or something. People have kind of scattered that about. We'll see. I hope he proves me wrong. I really do. Because I think the next 2 rounds could be good for him. But, we'll see. We'll see. The last one is Alex Bowman. Not sure if this comes as a surprise to anybody. He has been in the top 10, kind of top 15 at the beginning of the year. Really starting to put more races together. But he's going to have a lot more of that to really make it out of the round of 12. He's going to need more top 5s. He's going to maybe need a few more wins. I don't see Alex Bowman doing that, to be honest with you. I like Alex Bowman. Took over for Dale Jr. Dale Jr., my all-time favorite driver, so that 88 car means a lot to me, but just don't think Alex Bowman is going to make it. He's going to need a lot happen. He only made it through the round of 12 last year, too, I believe. I think he barely made it in the round of 16, if I'm not mistaken. So, I'm not sure. He either made it out of the round of 16 or barely squeaked into the round of 12. I can't remember, but he definitely didn't get to the round of 8, and I just don't see him doing it this year. I need to see a little bit more out of Bowman than just top 10s to top 15s, maybe a few top 5s here and there. He's definitely going to need a lot more to compete with Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Mark Truex Jr., So, yeah, that's the round of 8 right there. So that will be posted there. Now you see the wonderful round of 8. So, with that, we have 8 drivers left. Who's making it to the championship 4? Well, the first one not making it is Kyle Larson's teammate Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch, solid year for him. Really solid year. He took a car that wasn't winnable last year. Jamie McMurray drove it. I like Jamie McMurray, but let's face it, he wasn't all that great. Hate to say that one. That one actually stings a little bit, but he wasn't the greatest. There was years, good years, bad years. But anyways, Kurt Busch has taken this one car to the next level, and he's going to put it in that round of 8. I don't really know if anybody questions this. Kurt Busch has been on a good roll. He had that win, which was awesome. That it was a great finish at Kentucky, I believe. So, I think Kurt Busch is going to be really, really good in these playoffs. I think he'll really maybe let it spark. Get to the round of 8. I don't see him beating his brother, Kyle Busch, Mark Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, those guys yet, but he's definitely putting on more consistent races. He's really been more successful in the one car, and I think he's going to go nice and deep into these playoffs. And heck, if he could surprise us, go get into round of 4, Kurt. Go to Homestead. I would love to see that. But yeah, he's out of the round of 8 in my book. Brad Keselowski is another one. Really, after the spring months, he's he hasn't done a whole lot. I mean, yes, he's been top 5, top 10, but really, we haven't heard a ton about Brad Keselowski. He hasn't won a race in a little while. So, Brad Keselowski hasn't made it to the round of 4 too often. Obviously, 2012, right? He won the championship. So, this format hasn't been the best for Keselowski, I don't think. And last year he didn't make it to the round of 4, and I don't have him making it to the round of 4 this year. So, unfortunate there. Kevin Harvick is another one. I just don't think those Stewart Haas cars are ready yet. Kevin Harvick has 3 wins now on the season. But, unless he lights something late, I don't really see him getting out of the round of 4 or the round of 8, excuse me. I mean, there's only maybe one chance that he can, and that's obviously a win and you're in. I mean, he could probably do that pretty easily. Kevin Harvick is actually good at that, and I just thought, Phoenix. Oh, Phoenix is there, isn't it? Kevin Harvick to the round of 4. No, I don't... Kevin Harvick's got a toss-up with another driver we'll mention here in a little bit. My last one is DH Denny Hamlin. Been on a nice little roll here the last couple months, but I think he hit hot at the wrong time. I think now maybe his fire is going to die down a little bit, and he's just going to kind of put up average results, about 5th to 10th place finishing. He hasn't made it to the round of 4 a whole lot. Has he even actually made it to the round of 4? I think he did once. I don't know. I don't really see it happening for Denny Hamlin this year. People say that this is his best year to possibly win a championship. I think you're absolutely correct. Like I said, it's a toss between him, Harvick, and this other driver I will mention in the round of 4. So, let's just go ahead and get to the round of 4. And right over there, it is. So there you guys see it. The round of 4, you got Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Joey Logano, and Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott is the name that I've been tossing up. It is between Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, and Chase Elliott. I think Hendrick Motorsports is kind of known to increase speed and I think Hendrick knows what they're doing in the playoffs. They've been through it with Jimmy Johnson, and I think they're really going to have a start to the hot streak with Chase Elliott. He's won at Dover. He's won at Kansas. He won at Talladega. All good tracks for Chase Elliott. If all goes well, he makes it to the round of 4. I think a lot of people have him as even the championship favorite, which, Chase Elliott, favorite driver. I understand, fan favorite, I get it. But I do. I have Chase Elliott possibly making it to the round of 4. Like I said, the other two that could possibly beat him is Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick. And, of course, the defending champ, Joey Logano. Do I really need to go over this? The defending champ. If he's not in the round of 4, we've already proven that this playoff format is stupid, okay? Kevin Harvick probably should have won the championship last year, not going to lie. Definitely should have been one of the big 3. Probably Kevin Harvick. He was the most dominant car all that season. Maybe Kyle Busch. Joey Logano deserved none of that. I'm still salty. But Joey Logano should make the round of 4 fairly easy. He did last year, obviously won the championship. If he has to do it with a bold move like he did last year to MTJ, I believe he will. Speaking of MTJ, no surprise that he's going to make it to the round 4. He has the past 2, maybe 3 years, I can't remember, won the championship 2017. Very good driver. Had a pretty good season now with JGR, Joe Gibbs Racing. So, again, Martin Truex Jr., if he doesn't make it to the round of 4, that's sad. And Kyle Busch, do I really need to explain Kyle Busch? 2015 champ, amazing driver, very talented, very outspoken. Do I really need to talk about Kyle Busch and why he's going to make it? He's probably the championship favorite. Okay, but that is the round of 4. The championship round. Who do I think is going to win the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Championship? Oh, man, I don't know. Chase Elliott's good. Kyle Busch is good. Joey Logano, defending champion. And Martin Truex Jr. I believe Martin Truex Jr. is going to win the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Championship this year. There you go, guys. There are my predictions. Who do you think is going to win the championship here in 2019? Please leave me a comment down below. That's all I got to talk about. Tomorrow is race predictions for Las Vegas. Should be an interesting one, to be honest. Last year's was, so we'll see. We'll see what the Aero package does and everything else. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it was maybe giving you some ideas on maybe who you should put in your brackets. Maybe you have, you know, the what is that? The NBC thing with the drivers. I don't really know. I don't get into that, honestly. But maybe you guys are doing that. Maybe you guys got like race leagues or bets or something. Maybe this will give you an idea on who you think is going to win. So leave me comments down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. And, well, we're already in the playoffs. Where did the year go, right? Have a good one. Peace out.